What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? And today we're going to be doing a reaction on Black Myth Wukong, coming the 20th of this month of 2024. This looks gorgeous. It looks really, really good. I'm really impressed with the visuals and the concept design. It's really cool. This game is going to be running on the 5.4 Unreal Engine, which is going to be very, very interesting. A lot of people are very skeptical on this game a little bit because of, it could be with the frame rate per second. It could be a lot of things that that this game's really going to usually benefit from this new engine of Unreal. But other than that, this game looks fantastic. I have never seen a game like this that looks so well implemented with so many types of gameplay systems and mechanics of it. It looks awesome. I really like the combat fluidity of this. It's really cool. I think that's where this game is really going to benefit of the style of gameplay that this game is going to provide us. I think it's visual appealing and aesthetic. It's very well done. I have never seen a game like this before. I mean, opposite from other games that might have this similar type of style, like Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne or any other Soulsborne games, and for that matter. It's so cool, and how far we've come when it comes to games in the gaming industry. It's phenomenal, and I think this Black Myth Wukong really is going to really set the bar on and the stakes of it. It's just the way how this whole entire game looks. It looks so good, man. That's one thing I've always said in my commentary videos. I love the visual art style. I love the pleasing aesthetic of it. It's the feel of the fact that there looks a little bit of sense of dread a little bit, but it's not really, really dark or foreboding, but it's cool at the same time. And I really like the boss battles in this game, or sub-boss battles or whatnot. It's so cool of what this game is really going to implement in terms of so many different types of systems and the complexity of those systems where you're playing as the Monkey King. I think it's so good. And I really like this type of mythology. It's definitely one of my favorite things when it comes to doing reactionary stuff. I really don't do this all that much, but I really wanted to do this because this game looks absolutely phenomenal. And like I said, the gameplay looks fluid. It looks so good. Yeah, man. Nice. Okay. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? And we're going to be doing a little bit more of a reactionary to this, because in my first reaction on this, I was thoroughly impressed with the visual aesthetics, with the combat systems, the flow of it, and, just the overall structure of this game is where it's really going to shine. And for what I understand is that a lot of people, there was one review of this game that was leaked to where that the game is absolutely astonishing, except they said that there were only 2 cons, but there was one con I do really remember, is that the story was maybe somewhat non-existent. But honestly, I really don't know if that's the case. I mean, every single game like this type of game is going to have a little bit of a story to it, but I digress. I could be wrong. I really think that when it comes to a game like this game is based off of a novel called A Journey to the West, and I really think that's where this game is really going to be thoroughly unique with its visual appeal and aesthetic and art style design. It's everything what this game is really going to implement. I think it's going to be really well polished. To what I understand, it's going to be a beast that on PC or on PlayStation 5. So, too much further ado, how about we delve right more deep into this reaction on this game, Black Myth Wukong. See, this is so awesome. I love it. I love the gameplay mechanics of this, and so that's what I was going to get back into. Is that this game, from what I understand, it's going to be more of an action RPG than anything else. That while there is going to be a little bit of Souls-like in this game, but it's not going to be 100% Souls-like. For what I understand, that there's going to be some crafting involved. You know, there are going to be some upgrades, you know, like armor and weapon upgrades as well. That's going to be really cool. I'm kind of curious of how far that's going to go in terms of this game quality. But overall, I'm telling you, for watching so many videos on this game, it's going to be... I think this game is going to be a sleeper hit, like Reforged Gaming has been mentioning this past week, or during this week, of course, and I really actually 100% agree with them. I think that this game is going to be possibly a GOTY or GOTY year attendee for this game. So it's going to be pretty existential if this game is going to be the case for that type of nomination. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Or we'll see. We don't know that for sure yet. This fight looks insane. I love the combat style. It's so good. And there's going to be some magic involved in this game, obviously, which I think has been really, really cool. I like the fact how the Monkey King can, you know, perch up on his bow or his whatever he uses as a melee weapon. It's so cool. It's so cool. Yeah, just look at that. Oh, love that. Do multiple combos, dwindle that health down from the enemy. Ooh, man, this game looks sick, dude. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest here. Bloodborne was my very first Soulsborne game. I know, what a shocker, right? And I never got into the Dark Souls games, and I have played a game called Outward, which is kind of like similar to that of Dark Souls, but it's more fantasy based. I mean, of course, all the Dark Souls or Soulsborne games they're very existential when it comes to having a huge fan base. I mean, this whole entire Soulsborne thing, it's awesome. But that's what I was going to get to, is that I really think that this game is really going to be absolutely amazing. My guesstimate on the reviews on this game, I think that the reviews on this game are going to be pretty high. I really think that they could be in the mid 80s, close to 90s, maybe possibly 7s. We don't know that for sure, but like I said, this is only my guesstimate of what the reviews could be for this game. Overall, I really think that this game is going to be have a very strong potential of being not just a sleeper hit, but as I said before, I really think that this game could possibly get Game of the Year. I know it's a little too far-fetched, a little bit maybe, or maybe a little obtrusive in a way, or obtuse maybe. But even still, it's like, how can you not think what a game like this can have that type of nomination? I mean, look at this game. It's artistically beautiful. It's the whole entire concept of this game that makes it so visually appealing and aesthetically. And it's the fact that the combat in this game, it looks fluid. I love the way how you just can just go in and, like I said, like do different types of combinations to your enemies, and being able to just like do so much damahe, or basically damage. I call it damahe just to be a little silly at that same time, but either or. That's one thing that this game really does magnificently well for all the demos I've been seeing, or the visual walkthroughs, of course, is that the boss battles or the sub-boss battles. This game looks fantastic when it comes to the artistic design and the philosophies of that, to the visual appealing to the unseen eye or the untrained eye, with the enemies, the world. It's everything of what this whole entire game is able to give us, and what we can, or how we perceive it. And I think that's where this game is going to be so fascinating and magnificently well connected and very well done. It's awesome. I love this. This is looking so good. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait for this game. I might actually end up getting this game day one. And that's one thing I will say, is that, I mean, this is going to be I would say my secondary or my third game to a certain degree of a Soulsborne type of game, because I have played a little bit of Elden Ring. Couldn't really get into it, but overall, I think that this game is going to be more up my alley. So, too much further ado, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciated. Any comments or questions? Put them in the comment section below, guys. Peace.